So far up to this point, we've done a really good job of getting data off of this device, but we haven't made any actual changes or updates to the configuration of the device. And that's one of the things that the HTTP protocol allows us to do. For instance, the post protocol, like in this request right here, is all about creating data. So changing the dropdown to post, I can see that I'm still targeting pretty much the same URL, right? An IP address, a port, the root and the data store, and then IETF interfaces say this is the structure of the data. But the difference is with post, this is saying we're creating data. So when I post in this payload of data as part of my body, we can see I'm going to be creating loopback 100, the description, the type, the enable, the actual IP address itself. This is all going to be getting created because I'm sending in a post request using the IETF interface's endpoint, so it knows this is the structure in the endpoint of the data. So if I send this in, I get a 201 created response and no body payload back. That's just telling me your interface was created. So now if I send in a GET request exactly targeting interface loopback 100, well, there it is, right there. There's the interface that I just created, thanks to the power of the HTTP protocol leveraging that post request. But requests don't stop there. Now that we've created this mess of the DevNet sandbox by adding in random loopback addresses, it's time to clean it up by deleting the loopback address. So I can send in a delete request targeting that specific URL, targeting the specific interface leaf that we just created, loopback 100. If I send in this request right here, well, I get a 204 no content response. That means that our loopback has now been successfully deleted. If I try and do a GET request again to the same endpoint, well, there it is, 404 not found because that endpoint is no longer there. So this is the power of RESTCONF right here. We specify exactly what we're targeting with what action and what is the structure of the data that we're either sending or expecting to get back thanks to the power of Yang. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.